In the Nassau County Charter, and by the way, I was around, and surely you were around when the Nassau County Legislature was created and the charter came into being. First of all, what is your view of what the Nassau County Minority Affairs Department is able to do right now with its current level of staffing? And two, would you be in favor of a charter change to make the Office of Minority Affairs independent so that it's not a political football?
Well, I certainly have not used that office as political football at all. I'm very proud of the office's work. I'm very proud of Bishop Elliott's stewardship of it. They have produced more certifications for minority-owned businesses. They've held more seminars to help minority businesses get into business, from financing to other seminars. I think that they're doing a fantastic job statistically. I will say, government in its total, everyone is truly working harder and have to work harder because we are streamlined, and that office is no different than any other office that we have in the county. We have dedicated employees that do a great job, and the reports to me have been great success.
Just a point of information, are you aware as to whether or not they have the ability within that office to review contracts themselves? They have legal personnel?
If they, any contract that you would, I would just say this, it has not come to my attention.
Okay.
But we have attorneys, we have a county attorney's office, if you need legal help. That's how all the, as you know, Fred, all the attorneys work for the county attorney's office, and then they're assigned to different tasks or assignments. So if there's an issue that we want to address, you have to bring it to my attention.
We had some other folks.
As far as just when we talk about the individual charter revision, one of the biggest things that we've been dealing with has to do with the fact that you have an office, you have the budget office, right, which is independent and is able to sort of look at these issues from a different perspective. When you talk about the corridor, these are communities that are predominantly African American and dealing with a number of issues, right, Latino and African American, and are dealing with a number of issues. And one of the things that we would like to see is sort of have that office be independent regardless of who the county executive is, because what that would do is in essence be able to give someone the independence that they need to really articulate these issues. It has nothing to do with the current structure or your leadership. Mm-hmm. What we're talking about is regardless of who is in that county executive seat, would we be able to count on your support as far as in the future being able to make that an independent office where it's actually sort of addressing a number of issues in these communities?
Say make it independent, like the independent budget review, the legislature appoints the people that run that office. I mean, are you suggesting that the county executive should not select the administrator for that office? I just want to understand, because our independent budget review office is independent, yes, but it is appointed by the legislature.
But
Just missing the structure.
But and just so we're clear,
Yeah.
the independent budget office has had its way with Republicans and Democrats. Publicly said, "Hey, you draw this line. This is where we got to go." They've come out, and I know you know that. Right now, the Office of Minority Affairs has a responsibility to be critical as well as to be laudable, to raise issues that are concerns and also say we're doing a good thing right here. And the only point that I wanted to make on that was that with regard to the Office of Minority Affairs, if it is in and of itself beholden to party politics, it could never be independent.
I would submit to you this, that I kept employees there that were there before I took office, that were not appointed by myself. I've approached every office in a bipartisan manner. I kept people from the prior administration. I look for people that can do their very best. And, and it takes special people to do their very best under trying circumstances. I'm very proud of everybody in my administration that's been able to continue to move government forward over in probably the most toughest fiscal times that we've seen in many decades. Many decades. So we're willing to work with you. I just really need to understand what your definition of independence is, because I believe that we have an office there that is very very representative. And believe me, my people, are able to discuss freely with me things that work and things that don't work. And if there's something that isn't working, I would expect them to bring it to me, or you certainly can bring it to me.
Brother?
Renee?